Welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're looking at some really quite disturbing breaking news coming out of California.
Yeah, it involves a bomb blast apparently near a fertility clinic.
Exactly. And the information we have, well, it's pretty stark, isn't it?
It is. The initial reports mention one fatality, and critically, authorities are already treating this as a suspected terrorist attack.
Mm-hmm.
And just to be clear, this is based on, a very early news report excerpt we've seen.
Right, just the initial information. So, okay, our aim here, our deep dive today, it's really not about speculating wildly or anything.
No, definitely not. It's too early for that.
It's more about trying to understand the immediate significance of what we do know.
A bombing.
At a fertility clinic.
Yeah, a place people go to, build families. It's a really chilling mix.
It absolutely is. And that immediate label, suspected terrorist attack, even now, right at the start, that's telling.
What does that suggest to you that they're using that term so early? Well, it suggests investigators are probably seeing something specific. Indicators that go beyond just a random act of violence.
Okay.
Maybe things at the scene, or maybe something in the wider context points to like an ideological motive. They wouldn't just throw that term out lightly.
Right. And it makes you wonder, even without knowing the specifics yet, what those signs could be. Is it the location itself? Fertility clinics.
That's probably a key factor.
They have, unfortunately, been flashpoints before, haven't they, in bigger societal debates.
That's a really crucial point, yeah. The fact that it's a fertility clinic, it immediately brings up questions about the target, the message someone might be trying to send.
Mm-hmm.
These places, well, they're often right at the center of, really intense discussions, reproductive rights, ethical questions.
So they become symbolic targets?
Potentially, yes. For certain extremist views, they could be highly symbolic.
So, okay, even with just this early snippet of news, we can already see this might be much bigger than just one tragic localized event.
Definitely.
That suspected terrorism part, it adds this whole other layer.
Yeah.
Right? A wider feeling of threat, of intent.
Precisely. It forces us, really, to think about the possibility of politically motivated violence. Violence hitting a really personal, really sensitive part of people's lives.
Yeah.
And another thing that seems noteworthy from this early report is what's missing.
What's that?
Well, there's no immediate claim of responsibility mentioned or specific demands or grievances. You sometimes get that with other kinds of attacks.
Right.
The immediate jump to suspecting terrorism suggests, well, a different kind of investigation right from the get-go.
Given the shock and that terrorism angle,
yeah,
it really does push us to think about the broader impact. It's not just about this one clinic, this one awful tragedy.
Yeah, not at all. If this is confirmed as terrorism, it could signal, well, a really dangerous escalation.
Escalation how?
Where the intense debates we see around reproductive services, where they move beyond words, beyond protests into actual extreme violence.
Mm-hmm.
And that raises serious worries, doesn't it? About safety, security at similar places all over. It could create a real climate of fear.
It's just such a sobering thought. A place that's meant to, foster life becoming a scene of such violence. This initial report, it's brief, but wow, it paints a disturbing picture.
Yeah, the potential for extremism to target, well, the most personal things.
So wrapping this up for now,
Yeah.
the key takeaway seems to be this immediate framing. A fatal bombing, fertility clinic, suspected terrorism.
Exactly. It really highlights how deep societal divisions can, unfortunately, turn violent, targeting places linked to these very sensitive social issues.
So something for you, our listeners, to think about. What are the broader societal implications when places like fertility clinics, places offering reproductive services, become targets of suspected terrorism?
It's a chilling question.
It really is.
Yes.
And one this initial news forces us all to confront. Thanks for diving deep with us.